Is that Japanese, Chinese, Indian? I don't know what it is. This music is Jeremy Blake. I hope you like it. Directing jets on a runway. These are my Zumba sticks that I've had since I was worked out at the, whatever it's called, athletic, whatever place. They're only £1 each. tree pose. My left leg is stronger than my right. Oh God. Man. Okay. I thought I stopped it. And I didn't. Oh, Lord. Okay. Which one was that? Everything top 10. Oops. No. Putting stars on the ones that I've done. And that's Jeremy Blake, you guys. I don't know where he's from. Oops. Or anything like that. How is everyone tonight? Good grief. It's pretty warm in my room. Out of all the Waterloos I've tried, this is my favorite one. Waterloo sparkling water. Guava berry. Is it warm in New York, Mary Jane? So, hello to the 18 in the, I wrote the word down. Okay, you have your choice. Instead of the bushes, you can either be in the coconut plants, in the jungle. They look like oranges. Coconut. Or you can be up in the trees with this. Hi, Freeside. I'll peek at the chat and let's see. Say hi here. And then I'll pull up an animal that I've never heard of before. So, very nice. There's Maze Garcia. 5 Flames is liking this. Thank you. Maze Garcia says twerk. 5 Flames. 3 nights in a row I seen you, I think. Well, thank you. Thank you. Hello, Jared. And Mary Jane Doe, Sierra Queen Pin Clark. And Shake, Shake, Shake. Spooky. I feel Jason Voorhees is gonna pop out, says Sierra. I didn't even know who that was. I don't watch scary stuff like that. So, you know, when Dolly Vision or Jimmy was talking about it on Dolly Vision, I think I was on panel. I was like, what? Who's Jason Voorhees? So yeah. Oh, you see the strawberries? I don't know if you're just putting strawberries or you noticed my strawberry earrings. So, anyway, is this one still in there? Okay. So, you're either in the coconut plants, fruits. Was it Halloweenish? It's driving me crazy. Or you are up in the trees with this animal in Guatemala. This side wants to curl more or something. So this is the sound of an animal on Survivor that my daughter heard, because even though we're 20 years behind Survivor, which lady is that? Not me. I don't even know who Charlie Kirk is. Well, I didn't know who he was till yesterday, actually. So, and I don't hate anybody. Okay, so is this it? These are called, I'm just going to play it first. That's intense. All right. I'm sure you guys saw on here. They're called howler monkeys of Guatemala. And when the Survivor people were in Guatemala, that's what they woke up to. Yeah. And right after the torrential rain kind of thing happened, the monsoon downpour thing, oh my gosh, the orangutan I know. It was so funny. My daughter and I were in the living room and we were trying, or I was at least trying to make the sound. It's like, how do you do that? You know, whoa, I mean, how do you do that? And apparently they're breathing out of their throat. And one of the gals on the island, um, yeah, in Guatemala, in the Maya ruins island, is a zookeeper, and she's the one. And it's interesting because we watch the reunion show and all that, and she misses. I mean, she can't even get to sleep at night. Now, granted, this was 20 years ago, right? 2005. But she said she misses the birds. She misses the sound of those howler monkeys. She misses sleeping outside. She literally can't even get to sleep at night. Again, that's 20 years ago. Hopefully she's fine now. But she also said, as a zookeeper, because she wanted to be on the show so bad and liked the program Survivor, she lost her job. Yeah, they let her go at the zoo. I don't know where she's from. I can't remember, but I know it's down south because she has a real southern accent. And I believe her name was Cindy. So, yeah, it takes us about 3 days, sometimes two, to finish a whole, episode. And we're watching it on Netflix, or so it's like Netflix, but it's with an or on the end. There's no commercials, of course. And yeah, and so the very first episode they had 16, right? Um, Participants, and then it was up to 18, and then episode 10 had 20, and it was just so sad. They picked teams. These older tribe member people came on shore, grabbed the older guy, the older woman, and they picked teams. And there were two people left. And they had to literally, that moment, after just getting on the island, leave. Get on a boat and leave. It was just sad. One guy was in his young 20s. He looked strong. He didn't get picked. He thinks it might be because they were all trying to get immunity, and whoever could get off the boat and get to shore first. So him and another gal who got so close to winning the million and being the sole survivor was asked to come back on the next season. And her name's Stephanie. And she dove in her jeans and everything, and realized, right, as they're rowing, all these people in a boat, she thought she could swim there quicker. She never got voted off. He did. And then another lady named Wanda, who looked like she was in her 40s or something. So I'm just addicted to the show. I mean, I've heard of it before, and I've seen a few episodes of Naked and Afraid, Life is not boring. Well, yeah. Sub up to Life is Not Boring. She said she or he posts puzzles and games and fun things like that. And Sierra Queenpin Clark made it to her 1,000 and then some. So proud of you. So, Sierra. So the 17 not in the bushes on my life are either in the coconut plant fields or in the jungle up in the trees watching my program with these howling monkeys. Like, it's bizarre. They're so incredibly loud too. So it was a really good show. I mean, I'm glad on season 11 Danny won. It's a female, very thin, athletic girl. She won a lot of challenges, And she was back then a sportscaster in Kansas. And she was up against this Stephanie again. And I didn't really like the way Stephanie was kind of acting mightier than thou, you know what I mean? Throughout the whole thing. And like she's physically very strong, but emotionally, not so much. That's just my feeling about it. But she was put on season 10 on the Palau Island, on her own island, a couple episodes. And what I've seen is they're like skin and bones to begin with, right? And, you know, I've mentioned it to my daughter. She's 21, but she's like, nah, I don't want to see that. And it's just, to me, it's kind of more fun to watch tribes and people getting voted off and who's going to stay on and who's going to be honest and this and that and the other thing. Um, but yeah, just cutthroat, like they say, show and game. And I'll just add this to get to find this immunity thing, this stone immunity. Oh no. Is my sound going out? Is the sound out? Because I might have to, reboot my iPad. So let me know. That'll just take a second. There's Karam Dio. I did vote for Biden. Everybody knows I'm a Democrat. Everybody. For one, I live in Washington State. And for two, I've never liked Trump, and so many people that I know, um, from this area that voted for him, their favorite thing to say now is, oh, you know, I'm independent. I'm this, I'm that. Well, okay, whatever. But I think it's really sad. Can you guys hear me? Because I don't want to talk and then, like, you guys can't even hear me. Yeah, in and out a bit, but good right now. Okay, that's strange. So, all right. So yeah, I don't wish ill will on anybody, and him being, this Charlie Kirk being assassinated is horrific. I think he had a 2-year-old son and a 1-year-old daughter, 2 young children, I believe. I don't think it's one. He was only 31. And you know how everything's posted everywhere? Well, on Dolly Vision's show the other day, Jimmy's, he said he saw it. I saw it. I saw it in color. I was shocked. I was so shocked at seeing, like he said, trigger warning, how quickly, because, as we all know, he was pew-pewed here, how instantly, the blood squirted out everywhere. And I was so shocked by it. I was laying in my bed peeking at the live Fox Now. There was a not morbid fascination, but look at the YouTubers that talk about such grisly stuff and show it. They have thousands of views. They just do. It's so bizarre. And subs. And I was tempted to go back and just like look at it again. I was. Because eventually here, right, there's going to be blurred out ones. And there was, the first one I saw was in black and white. And that was bad enough. That shocked me. So I just assumed that would be the worst. And then I get to I don't know if it was New York news or whatever, but it was a video, and I was just, I mean, you know, but I didn't. The thing is, I didn't. I didn't look at it again. I don't, if I'm not expecting it then and expecting it to look like that, um, in all honesty, I don't have the image implanted in my brain for life. If I look at it again, I probably will. So I never even heard of the guy. I mean, I'm serious. And I do watch Live Now Fox. That's what I watch. Check your messages, says Wild Angel. Yeah, I haven't done that in a couple of days. I'll do that and check my email before I go to bed, okay? Um, if the sound is this bad, I might need to update. I mean, you know, what is it called? Is the sound going in and out for everyone? All right, I'm going to turn my camera off and I will be right back. Okay, I'm gonna up boot, or I mean, oh, now I can't even remember what it's called. Okay, just a second. I'll be back. Okay, oops. Okay, now what? Now it's gonna take all these times for me to get back to this. Oh, how did I get it on before, you guys? Now I can't turn my camera on? Oh, maybe it's this. Do that. That's what it is. I have to flip the camera around to get the camera back. This is YouTube Live. All right, how's my sound? In the heat of the night. Yeah. I've got my window open. So, I'm trying to do more lives, you guys, and there's so many different stories out there. There's a hippo that capsized a boat and 11 people went missing in the Ivory something. And I was like, should I talk about that? And then I was like, no, I don't think I'll talk about that. So, people are concerned and whatnot. Yeah, yeah. And there's extra hippos. Apparently, there's so many hippos in that area, they have to be transferred to other places like Mexico and I can't remember what I read somewhere else. But I mean, I just don't know. I mean, my title, right, is why are we so divided? Well, I feel like when you have a president and different people working under him, for him, that, you know, spews different things when he talks, insults this and that, and when he types, what do you expect? I mean, people are going to get angry. I wish we could be adult about all of this, but we can't be. And the thing is, so many people want to say, I feel that the pew pew, the GUN problem is all, oh, let's just fix all the mentally ill people. No, it's too darn easy to get a weapon and even of mass destruction. And I mean, it is it's a political thing. It's a problem. And, oh, good, it sounds good. There's Tenrag again. So, no, that's just silly, and I'm not going to talk about Jimmy. And he's not upset. He's go with the flow. People just want to get me riled up. And honestly, if he was, all he'd have to do is, I mean, tell his sister something and she'd give me a call and let me know. So, I have friends from that show and I don't have to say who they are and, that kind of thing. But I just, it's so weird that people want to spread this division, right? Um, and I used to get on Live Now Fox every day and see what's happening. It's just getting weirder and weirder. I know, Sierra. Uh, yeah, I know that. I hit on that not a troll to see what the channel activity was, and there was none. There was none. And what I find interesting is that when Not a Troll yesterday said, now you have Maria and Martien, not Martin, Martin, like he spells it. I'm Martin. It was like Martien. So I believe this Not a Troll is from another country. I'm not I'm not stupid. I am smarter than I may look. I'm wiser than I may act. And I feel that because that's how, right? Maybe an Aussie or a New Zealander or UK would probably call him Martien, and it was over and over again. So I've no clue who it is. Um, Intimate details, should we say, if that's what you want to call them, of my trip to Virginia 2 years ago, which I denied for the longest time. But then, people were trying to dig up, um, did she pay Maria G back, for the hotel, blah, blah, blah. So, it seems like it'll never go away. Like, I'm not in chat, I don't call the show, um, and that kind of thing. But I was looking at it, and she, I believe it's a woman. A man isn't going to take the time to try to degrade a woman like that. I mean, do they degrade women? Heck yeah. But lengthy like that, like trying to get a reaction from me and all that, no, 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 no. That's definitely a woman. And it could just be a former turtle. Um, I mean, I just don't know. I don't know. And that's where Rose and I are different. I just realized she would sit here, and I'm not putting her down if she's watching my show or ever does, or somebody, calls her on the phone right now, but she would say, oh, I know who that is, right? Oh, the avatar, this, the that. I don't know, and maybe it is someone in the US. I'm just saying what I think. But when Rose talked, she so wholeheartedly believed what she was saying. There she is, not a troll. No, don't delete the comments. Don't delete the comments, Mary Jane Doe, because I mean, maybe it's the word shit and you had to, but Mary Jane Doe, because I wanna see them, and I'm blind as a bat, so you know what I mean. I want to see what I'm seeing. Um, I don't want to miss anything. And that's the wise thing, honestly. Now, if it's, really derogatory stuff and things that will get me in trouble with YouTube or something, that's different. But I'm definitely, no, you don't have to be sorry. You're helping out and, doing, no, no, you're a wonderful mod. You're my head mod and you're quick. Someone is in denial about what is happening. Well, I mean, some people have to save face and we'll just leave it at that. But I, I, when you get the different impression from someone else about their situation, and I don't mean just impression, what you're told, you know, I mean, good grief. I acted like any other female practically would, in a way. Um, to be friends, go on a panel, have kind of a different life with that, and a chance to visit beautiful, Virginia Beach. Why wouldn't I go? Especially when I couldn't change the stupid ticket a third time because I did twice. So I don't think that makes me an SHIT stir. Paint night stream sometime. 10 rag is so odd. You're so odd. It's like, where do these names come from even? So yeah. So I'm not going to talk about that or him. And I already said that, if she ever had even like any kind of proof of anything, because when she came up on Queen Bees that time and tried to just berate me and scream and get me to admit to something online, for one, she's wasting her time. But like I said, ask Jimmy. I've been in relationships where the trust, like you just don't know. And in fact, Mel, when I lived in Waltham, Mass, nearish Boston, I thought I could trust him. I mean, for crying out loud, he bought me a ring and everything. We were only together a year, and that was my first mistake, to be thinking I'm gonna, marry someone practically. Well, I was younger, but still, and well, I can finish my train of thought, not a troll. So, but I thought I could trust him. And I was 29 and Mel was 25. He was 4 years younger than me. And I found out he was cheating on me with his tarot card reader. I mean, I'm not kidding. Maybe that's why I'm not like really into that. And I mean, I have nothing against people that do it, but I'm just not into it. But I was absolutely floored and shocked. Like I really, really was. Because I mean, for one, and I've said this before, our sex life was good. It was good. And not that, just because that's good, someone isn't going to cheat on you. Okay, it's not that. It's just, I was talking to my friend Delia on the phone. She was in California then, and she said, "Do you think he's cheating on you?" And I didn't just like go, "Oh, no, no," like, "Oh, that couldn't happen to me." I thought about it for a second, and I was like, no, no, I don't think he is. And he was. And how many times? I don't know. But between that and going through some abuses and things of that nature, I left. I left. And I didn't just leave. I gave 2 weeks notice at Friendly's restaurant because they were so good to me. And I got on a plane and there was practically a blizzard. I mean, it was just intense. But at Logan Airport, and I flew away, and I haven't seen him, talked to him, absolutely nothing, because I never even did Facebook. I didn't know how to get on Facebook until the whole Dolly Vision thing. I didn't even know what Messenger was. I didn't know what DM even stood for. Slide into your DMs? What? Like, seriously. Like, and deep down inside, there, I've seen on so many different creators programs, like Granny's watching. Oh, she just tries to be all sweet and like she doesn't know what's going on, but don't let it fool you. She does. No, I don't. And I do now. Okay, I know what all of that stuff is, but I didn't. And then my friend Anna sent me, I can't even remember why. She came and visited me from Vermont to Waltham, met Mel, and I'd say about maybe 2 months ago. I mean, there's pictures on my Facebook of me. My hair was black then. This is a chocolate cherry, which I really like. And I had on my New Year's Eve dress and pumps, and she had came that day and then left on the bus later on. Slide into the DMs. Well, that's how YouTube people talk. You know what I mean? And it was weird. It was really weird. I mean, we're talking, good Lord, you guys, 30 years since I've even seen his face, and I'm looking at it, and I forgot he had a mustache, like a small one, not real teeny, but like I forgot. And just stuff like that. Yeah, it is LOL. So, I've learned a lot, and I've shared a lot, and like people said, oh, she shares so much. Well, I'm authentic. And so is truthfully Trisha. And I never heard about her until something came up in my feed. I told Mary Jane Doe about her channel. I mean, she doesn't hold anything back, that woman. I'm not talking shit about Rose. We're friends. We're not as close as we used to be. We're not on Messenger, but I'm not talking bad about Rose. I don't want to fight with her, and she doesn't want to fight with me. And every now and then she'll comment, in my comments after a live or something. And honestly, I figured she was maybe even back today. I haven't checked to see if she's live anymore. Um, you know. Oh, wow, you're from Bangladesh. Thank you. Thanks for being here. Yeah, I mean they do. They just want to start trouble, and the thing is, if you're friends with PJ, you don't want to come in here and start trouble. Do you know what I mean? I mean, is it someone against her? I don't know. Destiny Rose. That's what she went by anyway. Befriended me for many, many months, and we got really close. I mean, she said I was like a mother to her. She even said, I never really liked her. And that wasn't right away. That was months into the thing. But I think she, very well done, pulled the wool over my eyes, you know. But yeah. So, no, I wish Team Rose well. And, mean, she can come back. Can't she come back, Mary Jane Doe, and do another channel with a different avatar? Hi, Kat. You know, I'm glad I saw it. This is why I lean in like this, because, yeah. Okay, I missed that one. Oh, okay. Do I do lots of arts and crafts? Paper cut Tina. Um, no, I never did crafts at all until I went to MOPS, MOPS, Mothers of Preschool Children, MOPS stands for MOPS at Christ the King Church here. And we made all kinds of things. Do I know BTS? BTS, the band? The band. My daughter used to really like them. Yeah. But they've kind of broken up now, sort of, because they're older, right? Tell them how I got my name. Oh, most people know. I mean, I had never called into a show, and I called into Dolly Visions, and, he was kind and patient with me, and I had papers and of some questions I wanted to ask or something to do with the true crime topic he was talking about. And I was outside in the hallway, and the wind was kind of moving my papers, and I was talking kind of hurriedly. I was nervous, and he said, don't worry. It sounds like you've got a bunch of papers on you. You're gonna get a paper cut, and then and I giggled and whatever, and 3 Dot Dave, because I called in a few more times, named me. Him and Jimmy named me. And I changed it to PCT is extreme because back when I was allowed to be in his chat and things like that and go up on his panel, I think it was 2 years ago in October, Halloween. On Halloween, I was the only one dressed up on Halloween. Jimmy wasn't even. Dumplin' and Huntress and all them had done their costume the day before. So I'm up there, with this weird makeup and all this. And Maria G had sent me a really neat hat with red lace, and I was a witch. And, I didn't really want to be that. I actually wanted to be Elvira. But anyway, I think that was pretty sure that was my last time on panel. And before I went up, though, he said, oh, it's PCT is extreme, right? And I was like, gee, that might be a good name. Interesting. Great story. Did you my name history? True story. No. You remember that stream like it was yesterday? Wow. Paint night next Tuesday. Maybe a fall pumpkin patch painting. It's hard for me. I mean, I'm just, I have essential tremors. And even though I can hold my hand kind of still like that right now, my right one's stronger than my left. That's probably going to move more. See, it's moving more. And I used to take a medicine for it, but it was making my heart race. And I just, so anyway, drawing and certainly painting is difficult. Yeah. Oh, you do? You have ET? Yeah. Well, I have EFT, essential familial tremors. And they started years ago, you guys. Like, I thought it was just from partying and liking beer and drinks and going out, and it was like the DTs. 1989, they started with me. Very, very subtle. I remember being at the bank and trying to sign my name, and I truly thought I had like from partying or something. But I went to a neurologist for the first time ever in, I think it was 2012, and that's what they told me. Hello to the 15 in the coconut plant fields, or the loud. I'm going to play it again. Get a kick out of this. What? Is my thing going out? And that's the other thing I noticed on my live yesterday. The picture was not matching my lips, but then it would come in. What? That's just so weird. Okay. In case that word isn't allowed, and actually it isn't, I'm going to remove that, or I mean, there. Mary Jane Toe. And here's hello from Mike Hawk. He's the avatar King Kong. Hello, welcome. Oh, goodness. I thought it was just low sugar causing the shakes, but I grew up on goat milk, so thought nutrient deficiency. Nope, a neuro misfire. Yeah, yeah. My ex-husband kind of calls it nerve damage. But I asked the neurologist, and you know what he said it's from? Besides being, genetic with my dad when he got older and stuff, stress, right? Stress. That's what he said it's from. And I believe it. Oh my God, this is insane. Okay. That user is hidden, but he'll probably come back in as, you know what I mean? Lord have mercy. Okay. Stress causes so many health problems. Yeah, it does. And speaking of stress, yesterday when that pew-pewing happened to that Charlie Kirk, there was another school pew-pewing. I mean, I don't know if I'm allowed to say SHOOTING on here. In Denver, growing up in a yurt in Mongolia was tough. Talk about stress. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. My stress was getting involved with the wrong people. Um, and we're talking in the 80s, and people taking advantage of me, and getting in the wrong situations and unhealthy environments, and my ex and I married twice, and we got divorced twice. He divorced me the first time, and then about 3.5 years later we got married again, and we were together 8 years that time, and 2 years the first time, and and flying all the way to Okinawa, Japan by myself at the age of 24 was very stressful. And so we all have our stresses in life, and what we've been through in life. I mean, there's definitely some things I regret, but what doesn't kill you does make you stronger. It can. It's how you look at things, right? But you guys, there was another. It's mass. It's mass SHOOTING if it's over 2, correct? And there were 4 people at a Denver high school. And that includes the, perpetrator, we'll call him. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Tenrag. That's very nice. Thank you. But yeah, and since you don't know me, I went to Okinawa, Japan because my ex, who was then my husband, was in the Air Force and he was military police. Yeah. And that's a hard place to live. And I was actually warned by other women there that a lot of the Marines that are there are very lonely, you know, and yeah, I mean, I was faithful and everything to my ex there, but you know, they people come on strong, you know, at doesn't matter where you are, a mess hall, a flippin' dancing club, walking down the street, you know. But that was the very first time I had yakisoba, and I just loved it. Oh my gosh, they make their food is so hot and not necessarily spicy hot. And the noodles, you know, are I don't think they're rice noodles. They might have been, but all of the vegetables and chicken and everything in them and that was the very first time I saw eels inside a tank thing, and that just grossed me out. I didn't even know people ate eels, but that was gross. I don't like seafood. I've said this before. I just can't eat things that swim. It's just ew. So anyway, but we were in Okinawa a year, and I have pictures, and I've shown those before. If you guys look back at any of my videos and you're curious, I don't, it might be pics of Okinawa or pics of my past, or I don't know, but I've already shown them. I could show them again someday, but that was many moons ago, and it was a magical time in a way, even though, you know, you can't eat seafood either. Yeah, I mean, if I'm really hungry, I could eat a little bit of a tuna salad sandwich, but it's got to be chunky with celery, and someone else has to make it, you know? Eat yakisoba, so good. Sake chaser. Yeah, I did not have any sake there, but I did have the Japanese beer, and oh my gosh, you guys, it just tastes like regular, like the States. No, it knocks you on your ass. Hi, Terry. I'm funny. I really liked their beer when I was there. It was called Orion, but I drank a few through the day. And then I went to a Pat Benatar concert where these Japanese people act out American music and bands. Oh my gosh, everything started spinning, and I had to get out of this big Coliseum place. Joe was following me, and it was all dark in there, and I get outside, and it's still light, and he had been drinking too, so we called a cab, and I remember on the curb, I remember this, just vomiting. Just, oh, I was so sick. My page, my channel, what it's about, it used to be about true crime and serial killers and many people. We're talking 135, or no, 35 a year go missing on cruise ships. Now, I've never been on one. I wouldn't mind being on one now, I guess, but magic. No, no, I didn't have anything like that. I've only done you know, part of a shroom. I don't want to talk about, you know, drugs on here, but at Disneyland. And the drinking age was 18 when I was younger, at least in Vermont. And yeah, Disneyland, it's a small world. Couldn't have been any gosh darn funnier. Okay, we'll just leave it at that. But I never ever did them again. Okay. That sounds like a younger version of our version of our howling monkeys on Survivor. Little black dress, Mr. F. Oh, you're looking back at my stuff? Thank you. Uh, well, that one lady, what the heck is her name? I think it's Terry Bradley, or Julie Bradley. I think it's Julie Bradley. And yeah, she was young, in her young 20s, and she wasn't out there in some little dress and flaunting herself or anything, but she had some drinks and she was dancing that night because they have footage. She went there with her mom, her dad, and her brother. And she's afraid of the water. So she was kind of afraid to even go on this cruise ship. I've read articles on this. And I saw a thing on TV. So, anyway, one of the band members, and I frankly, wholeheartedly believe he's involved, was dancing and stuff with her on the floor. And I think it was even the lead singer. And, it's late, 3, 4 in the morning, whatever. And the father said she was having a smoke out outside of her room or something, and now it's like 5:30 in the morning. They said goodnight to each other, whatever, and at 6 when he went back out there, she was gone. And they locked the whole. Hi, Gafe. I think you've been in here before. Gafe. Nice. Amy. Thank you, Mary Jane Doe. Amy Bradley. Look this up. And how long? I think it's been a good, is it 15 or even 20 years now? She's like in her 40s if she's still alive. And there's a chance she could be, because for the next, I think it was 3 years later, or was it 2? It might have only been 2. Uh, Different people literally saw her. This businessman in, I don't want to say the wrong things. I want to say Cancun, but I'm not quite sure. Said that woman was on the beach, flanked basically, right, by 2 foreign men, and he didn't know who she was then, but she looked like she was being hurried along down the beach. And anyway, I believe, the family believes, for all these years, she was trafficked. And I mean, she had like a pixie haircut, short hair, a cute little face. But she didn't, again, like dress in these fancy outfits or shirts up to here. She wasn't like, you know what I mean? And oh, it must have been really bad. Huh, Mary Jane Doe? Thank you. Oh, you timed him out. Oh, a true crime book club. Well, the thing is, Tenrag, I did all that stuff before. So now I might find a really interesting story or something that comes into my People True Crime on my email that I subscribe to. Or it might be just like what happened yesterday in Denver, in Evergreen. Um, I mean, I saw a picture of the kid today, and he's 16, and I'm curious where he got the pew pew from. They believe it's just a revolver, not great recipe ideas. I have a cowboy cookbook. It's really cool. It was sitting there in this bookstore, and I was with Joe then. I was like, I want this book, and it's got some really cool things in it, and I'll I'll show that someday. But you know, this is the thing, you guys. We've got to have. Okay, I believe, you know, in being able to, especially this day and age, you know, being able to carry or you know, protect yourself at home and in your car and all that. But the access to all these rifles and weapons of mass destruction and I mean, goodness gracious, my ex, when he was in the military guarding the Habu, that's what it was called. It's probably not even out there anymore. This jet at Kadena Air Force Base with an M16, and like, you know, and I've been told, you know, if you want one, you can get one anywhere you want. Oh, okay. That's good. So, Terry, maybe you're in Australia or maybe you're in the UK. Um, but how sad, you know? And my daughter's 21, and I looked over at her and I said, you know, there was another shooting. Oh, I should be able to say that. In, oh my gosh, Terry's in London. Okay, you're in the UK. Um, and I said, I'm so glad you're not in high school anymore. You know, I mean, we don't think it's going to happen here, but it happened in Marysville, Washington. You know, that's, how close is that? It's like 40 minutes or something from here in Granite. It was a good 15 years ago, but still, um, you know, and the perpetrator was Native American, and he had his whole life ahead of him, and I believe he was even the not the prom, but the whatever king. Yeah, they do. Oh, this town is safe. I just don't feel like we're safe anywhere anymore. I mean, really. And it's just out of control. And if there's all these regulations, you guys, or not all, but regulations on how old you have to be to have a cigarette and a drink and all this, why? But I guess Minnesota is banning, and they worked on this immediately, and I haven't checked. I don't know if it, you know, passed and everything in Congress. I think it did. There's a ban on assault rifles now in that state. Or if it's not a ban, you have to be 21 or something. So I don't want to, my short term memory isn't that great because I did have a stress induced heart attack in April 18th. But I don't have any blockage or anything. So I mean, I'm like fairly healthy, but then again, am I? Because I had a stroke in 2020. Yeah. So um, it's been interesting. It's been an interesting past few years because people look at me and they're like, "Oh, you're so healthy." Well, I mean, I feel healthy, right? And I have pretty good energy and stuff, but I just I don't know. Like I used to walk more and feel safer, and the older I get, the less safe I feel. You know, you'd think as you're getting older, you'd feel more sure of the world, right? And other people. No. I mean, that's just not how it is for me. So, yeah, broad daylight, that Charlie Kirk. Some people were 10 feet away from him. The two words that describe what I saw, which thousands have by now, ghastly, ghastly, not ghastly, ghastly, and grisly. I mean, I just couldn't believe it. And apparently, you guys, his wife and his children, even though they're really young, they may not remember, know a lot about it in the future, were in the audience. It's just really sad, um, and scary. But yeah, it's been almost an hour and a half, and I appreciate so much everyone being here. You know, people from London, and I'm going to shout out in case he sees this today or he's in the, not in the bushes, there's 18 in the coconut plants, or the monkey howler trees, um, saying hello to me, but a man who I think has been in my chat before from France said hello to me, and I didn't see his comment, so I just wanted to say hi. That's the second time a French person has been in here, and I think that's really cool. I've had people from, I'm trying to remember. Oh, really, Terry? Wow. Um, I've had people from New Zealand, Australia, UK, France, Pakistan, a month ago or so, Germany. That was really neat. Scotland, Ireland, and Kazakhstan. Um, yes, Canada. Yep. I have people from Canada. Um, I think, I mean, I should remember, I don't want to make anything up, but I think I had a person from Japan or China. I've had people come in and, right, and their language is, I mean, I can't read it, so I don't know where they're from. Hi, Aussie True Crime. Thank you. She's always been a great supporter of my channel, too. But, you know, so to answer that question, my topics are different. I'm impromptu. I don't know when I'm going to go live because even though my children are grown, I'm still a mom around here and I do most things. If I ever ask, you know, like, Shaylin, will you vacuum the house, or I mean the apartment? She will in a heartbeat. But thank you, Aussie True Crime. I love you too. She helped me post thumbnails 2 years ago. She offered and helped me in Messenger, and that was so sweet, so kind of you. I mean, that's proof. Like, I just didn't even know what on earth I was doing. It took me, because of the process and then doing it, it took me, I don't know how long, like a long time to figure out how to copy and paste. Like, I have a live on, oh my gosh, I copy and pasted, you know? 10 reg. Okay, so you've watched me before. Yeah. Yeah, I should do that. I haven't. Orochimaru. Maybe you're from you know, there we go. Okay. So, I am going to play one that I really like, and I love Sierra's song that she wrote for me too. But I haven't heard this one in a while. So I'm going to play this one and end my live. Thank you, everyone, for being here. This song is called, or the band is called Spaz Cardigan. Spazzing, spaz, and cardigan, sweater, but it's Spaz Cardigan, and it's so neat, I think. So here we go. You ain't seen nothing yet. Why won't it play? There we go. Thanks, everybody. Oh my God. A tad winded. Thanks, everyone, for being here. Please hit the like. Please subscribe. Oh, I just love that song. All right. Now I gotta go ahead and play, because Sierra's in my chat too. The heck is it called? Unapologetic. Rose has great moves. She does little things with her feet and her ankles. Excuse me. All right. What just happened? So, this one's called Unapologetic Paper Cut Tina. That was written by Suno, or through Suno, by Sierra Queenpin Clark, wonderful friend of mine in chat. And I have to pull it up on here. There we go. And I haven't done this in a while, so I hope I don't trying to like learn the words and all that to it. Okay, where on earth is it? Albums. There we go. All right, here we go.
Hey, paper cut, Tina, red crown, gleam sharper. Supermom vibes keep the scene in order. Groovy hips move smoother than rich butter. Life's the jungle, she chopping through the utter clutter. Unapologetic steel in her veins. Flaming red hair, igniting the plains. Trap bounce, turn heads, no need for claims. Tina got the world spinning in her lane. Feel good anthem for the heart to break. She bends but don't fold. Risk what's at stake. Deep bass drops, hearts quake, earth shakes. Tina on fire, every move she makes. Hardcore grind, she make the rules bend. Fierce mama bear, no time to pretend. Mic in one hand, babe in the other. Queens don't slumber, she a force undercover. Yeah. Molded chaos, wears it like a crown. Life threw punches, but she never stayed down. Dynamic rhythms, put the drama out of town. Paper cut, Tina royalty profound. Feel good anthem for the unyielding crew. Dance floor breaks under feet like it's new. Rap beats rain, 808s in the brew. Tina's groove conquering, bold and true. Hey, paper cut, Tina, red crown, gleam sharper. Supermom vibes keep the scene in order. Groovy hips move smoother than rich butter. Life's the jungle, she chopping through the utter clutter. Unapologetic steel in her veins. Flaming red hair, igniting the plains. Trap bounce, turn heads, no need for claims. Tina got the world spinning in her lane. Feel good anthem for the heart to break. She bends but don't fold. Risk what's at stake. Deep bass drops, hearts quake, earth shakes. Tina on fire, every move she makes. Hardcore grind, she make the rules bend. Fierce mama bear, no time to pretend. Mic in one hand, babe in the other. Queens don't slumber, she a force undercover.
Okay, now I'm really winded. Love you guys. Jose. I move better than that. Thank you, Jose. All right. Thanks everyone for being here. PCT is extreme. Please check me out again soon, okay? Thank you. Love you guys. Please hit the like. It gets the algorithms up. Please subscribe to me. Okay? Thank you.